I don't know.
And then if you want, I can talk to you.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, that.
The big blue button. Go ahead and try it out, actually, because I need to do a sound check. Yeah.
Hello.
That's right.
Can you say something a little bit more substantial? How are you doing today, Steele?
Greetings, my fellow trivia friends. How are you?
Great.
Great, much better now.
I
You're
think
over
you should
here.
turn him up a little bit.
Turn him up. Okay, yeah, that's right. Which one was he? No, it's okay. I got
he
it
should be
here.
number 2.
Number 2. That's right. Okay, cool.
And I'm 3.
And you're 3. Okay, you're really low. Okay, go now.
Check. 1, 2.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna bring you down there.
Check. Hey, 1, 2. Remember, I'm also the soundboard here too.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, then I will bring it to there. It's fine. Behind the scenes. All right, y'all. We are almost ready for another episode of the Trivia Tavern. I saw y'all getting ready, getting our chat rooms, getting in our rooms. So if you're in one of our chat rooms, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're joining us on Twitch, be sure to drop a line and say hi. Let me know that you're watching wherever you are. Let me know who you are, too. It's always fun to know who's playing with us tonight. Tonight, it's going to be a pretty fun night. I got a lot of fun trivia coming your way. I've got my main man, Steel, who plays trivia with me on Monday nights, joining us here in the studio. Say hi, Steel.
Greetings, everyone. Have a good night.
Yeah. Try not to put him on the spot too much, but we got our guys in the house. We got Jeff. We got our guy behind the glass, our engineer.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, he's ready to play some trivia with us, too. So, yeah, if you're ready for some trivia. I don't know. That's right. If you don't know how this works, now's a great time to go over this, actually. Right now, you're seeing a QR code up here on the screen, and that's going to be what you want to scan to get set up for our game. Now, we're going to be doing a bunch of rounds of multiple choice trivia questions. What's going to happen is I'm going to give you 10 questions in a round. Each question will be a multiple choice question. If you get the answer right, well, the faster you get it right, the more points you'll get. At the end of every round, we will have a winner for that round. At the end of the night, we'll have an overall trivia winner, our trivia traveler, the person who did the best across all of our rounds of trivia. So, now's a great time. Scan that QR code. Additionally, if you wanted to watch this, say, on your phone, you might not have two screens to do this, you can pull that YouTube app up in like a little floating box and then go to the website crowd.live and enter the code FA5NT. That'll be good to get you into the game and then get you through all of our games of trivia if you want to play along on your phone. So again, get set up. We're going to kick off our first round of trivia in just over 2.5 minutes. Now, this first round is going to be so random. That's right, this round is so random because it's going to be just a little bit of hodgepodge everything trivia. A little bit of everything coming your way, from pop culture to news, our headlines, all kinds of fun stuff coming your way in the first round. We're actually going to be stretching it a little bit more than we've done in the past. We're going to be doing 6 rounds of trivia tonight and see how that goes. 6 rounds coming your way. Now, if you win a round of trivia, I'm going to have a fun name for you. So, in round 1, the person who wins our first round of trivia will be the person that is just so random. I don't know if you've ever heard somebody describe someone as a person as random before, but it's one of my favorite describers because it tells you nothing. But it's really fun when people call you that. All right, so we're kicking off our first round of trivia in about 2 minutes. Don't forget to get set up on that QR code to get your answers in. If you're already watching along in the chat, go ahead and let us know. Well, were you good there? Okay, cool. I don't know what's going on. We got ghosts in the machine. But we're kicking off our first round of trivia, our random round of trivia, in about 90 seconds. If you're watching along and you haven't already hit that like button on YouTube or the subscribe button on YouTube, do me a favor. That helps us out a lot. If you could hit either one of those, please subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed so that way you don't miss an episode of the Trivia Tavern. Same thing for Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button so that way you know when each episode of the Trivia Tavern is coming your way. All right, first question. I'm never quite sure. I was like, oh, wow, there's somebody else getting really excited. Like, oh, right, we've got my main man, Jeff, hitting all those buttons on the board. All right, 1 minute away.
Let's go already!
Yeah, Bender's saying it. Bender's ready for some trivia. We got a little bit of trivia of all kinds coming at you tonight, too. We're going to have some TV and movie trivia. One round I'm really looking forward to, but I won't spoil that yet. So we're going to get ready for your first question. Again, each round, I'm giving you 10 questions. Each question will be multiple choice. You're going to get that answer in as fast as you can, because the faster you answer, the more points you get. However, you want to make sure to not fat finger it. We've heard a lot of people say that that's the easiest way to get your answers wrong. Make sure you want to find your right answer and get to it as fast as possible, so that way you can get the right points as much as possible for each question. And make sure you're deliberate, because maybe you might need to think about those answers. Maybe you want to see all the choices and get the most points, because at the end of all 6 rounds, we'll have an overall winner. The person with the most points will be our winner. All right, first question is coming your way in 5 seconds. All right, now let's kick things off with our first question of the game. Now, this first question is about movies, and it goes like this. Which of these Disney Golden Age classics features the song, The Bare Necessities? Is it The Aristocrats, The Jungle Book, The Rescuers, or 101 Dalmatians? Now, can you tell me which of these Disney Golden Age classics features the song The Bare Necessities? Is it The Aristocrats, The Jungle Book, The Rescuers, or 101 Dalmatians? All right, and just like that, you're going to see that time run out. That means that your answers should be in. The faster you get those answers in, the more points you get. Let's see what y'all put down. Now, answers turned in. We had 100% of our answers, 10 people guessing in for The Jungle Book, and they are 100% correct. That's right, The Jungle Book is your first correct answer of the round. Let's get into your second question. Your second question, which of these types of sword features a curved blade? So look for the sword with a curved blade amongst these. Is it a scimitar, a poignard, a spadroon, or a rapier? So once again, which of these types of sword features a curved blade? Is it scimitar, poignard, spadroon, or rapier? All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put down. Oh, hit the wrong button. There we go. Let's see what you put down. All right, now we did have most of our answers for scimitar with one answer for rapier. Let's see what those answers were. Oh, there we go. Your correct answer was a scimitar. Scimitar is your correct answer. We are moving on to your third question for this round. Now, this one, I'm going to say that word. Now, this is a phobia-related question. A person suffering from chromatophobia has an irrational fear of blank. What do they have a fear of? Is it silver, money, tall buildings, or buttons? Once again, a person suffering from chromatophobia has an irrational fear of blank. Is it silver, money, tall buildings, or buttons? Sometimes these will be a little hard for me to say as I just read through all those answers, so you have to deal with it. But the cool thing is your answers are always there on your device, so make sure you pay attention to those devices so you see those answers as fast as you can. Now, answers that you guys turned in were, all right, we got a little bit more of a spread this time. We've got 50% of our answers for silver, 3 answers for money, and 2 for buttons. Your correct answer was, that is a fear of money. Money, yeah, chromatophobia is a fear of money. I'm not sure how that etymology breaks down, but chromatophobia. I don't know. Yeah, I did not know that until I put that question in there. All right, your next question. Which of these words means the opposite of zenith? Yeah, we got a vocab word. Is it acme, pinnacle, apogee, or nadir? So once again, which of these words means the opposite of zenith? Acme, pinnacle, apogee, or nadir? All right, we got those answers now, so let's see what you put down. Answers turned in. Now, we had a good split again this time. We had 3 answers for pinnacle, 3 for apogee, and 4 for nadir. Your correct answer would be nadir. Nadir is the opposite of the zenith. All right, now we're going to get to our 5th question. After we do 5 questions, we'll do a little mid-round breakdown so that way I can see who's playing with us and see how you're doing. So let's get into your 5th question. Question number 5. According to the Social Security Administration, what was the most popular boy's name in the U.S. in the 2010s? Now, answers available are Liam, Jacob, Noah, and William. So once again, according to the Social Security Administration, what was the most popular boy's name in the U.S. in the 2010s? Liam, Jacob, Noah, or William? All right, we got your answers, and let's see what you put down. All right, we had 7 for Jacob and 3 for Noah. Your answer that's correct is Noah. Noah. Yeah, Steele got that one front row. So let's see.
This guy invented, like, arcs.
Oh, was that a Noah's Ark reference over there, Jeff?
I don't need people named Noah.
All right. well,
Jacob is the real answer. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows.
that.
Yeah, I don't think a person who wrote this trivia knows that, but
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
see. All
You're
right.
killing me, Smalls.
Let's see what y'all are doing. Let's see who's playing. Gee, I haven't gotten that yet. So let's find out who's playing for our game so far. All right, we got Sir Richard Answer Yeller. That's Rob playing with us in first place with 243 points in first as we get things started. And Yas Girl still playing front row with 222 points, only 20 points behind. We got Real John. He also plays with me on Monday Night's Trivia. And so he's got 182. Turbo with 4. Delroy. We got Martin. We got Adriana. We got Sakit Trebek. And a few other people out there. So let's see how you do. We're going to get into some other rounds of trivia in a little bit later, but we got 5 more questions for this round. So let's see how you do with question number 5. Now, question number 6. Let's get back into those questions. Which of these horse-themed professional sports teams is not in the NFL? Is it the Colts, the Broncos, the Cowboys, or the Mavericks? Once again, which of these horse-themed professional sports teams is not in the NFL? The Colts, the Broncos, the Cowboys, or the Mavericks? Tell me which one's not in the NFL. You're going to get some points. Right. We were just remarking on how difficult of a time that horse is having right there in that GIF. All right, let's see what you put down. Answers turned in, we had 10 of our answers for the Mavericks with 1 answer for the Colts. Your correct answer was the Mavericks. That's right, the Mavericks play in the NBA. So the Mavericks is the correct answer. All right, let's get into it with question number 7. Which of these girls was not part of the Bayside gang on the popular Saturday morning series Saved by the Bell? So we're looking for the one who was not part of the girl gang on the group. All right, now answers available are Kelly, Becky, Jessie, and Lisa. Once again, which of these girls was not part of the Bayside gang on the popular Saturday morning series Saved by the Bell? Kelly, Becky, Jessie, or Lisa? 10 more seconds for answers. Yeah, every question is going to be a little bit random. Maybe you watched Saved by the Bell, maybe you didn't, but maybe you knew who the right answer was. Your answers turned in. We had 50% of our answers for Becky. We had 2 for
nice
Jessie and 3 for Lisa. Your correct answer was Becky. Becky was not your correct answer, or was your correct answer because she's not part of the group, as a better way to say that. All right, your next clue, next question. What was Princess Diana's maiden name? All right, answers that you can choose from are these. Is it Stewart, Stevens, Spalding, or Spencer? Once again, what was Princess Diana's maiden name? Stewart, Stevens, Spalding, or Spencer? 10 more seconds. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see what you put down this time. We were just making sure we had the right music for you. Here we go. Answers for this one were 9 answers for Spencer with 1 each for Stewart and Stevens. Your correct answer was Spencer. Yes, Diana Spencer was your correct answer. All right, we have just 2 more questions for this round. Let's see what happens with question number 9. Who is the longest serving host in the history of The Tonight Show? Is it Steve Allen, Jack Parr, Johnny Carson, or Jay Leno?
I got beef. I got beef on this.
You got beef on this? Let's do it again.
On that list.
Who is the longest serving host in the history of The Tonight Show? Is it Steve Allen, Jack Parr, Johnny Carson, or Jay Leno? We'll find out about the beef too in about 5 seconds. All right, let's find out what's going on. Now, answers submitted for y'all were, we had 7 answers for Johnny Carson and 4 for Jay Leno. Your correct answer was Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson. Now, before we get into question 9, I want to hear what Jeff has to say.
Yeah, dude, you know what I'm gonna say, right? Like that Jay Leno completely fucking like ruined everything with Conan.
Yeah,
that whole Conan thing.
The everything with Conan O'Brien, like, because I was the biggest Conan O'Brien fan. Like, Conan O'Brien was like I want to get famous so I can do something big enough to be interviewed by Conan O'Brien, right? And so, like, then to watch the fallout, it's just like, I get it. Like, nobody wants to tell you, like, hey, you gotta stop doing what you're doing.
Would be 100 times bigger than Jay Leno if that.
It was crazy.
If you don't know, folks, go and just research the Tonight Show Jay Leno Conan beef or whatever.
And then I just saw Painter Brian jumped into our YouTube chat. I'm not sure what that question is about, Brian, but if you have another way of wording that way I can get across to you, we'll figure it out. All right, now let's get into our last question. After I read this question, we will have our winner for our first round of the game. I am so sorry. Could not stop that cough from happening. All right, so we're going to have our final question coming your way. Then we're going to get into our final question and our whole round rankings. So let's see what happens with question number 10. All right, what is the proper term for a baby rabbit? That's right. Do you know what the proper term is for a baby rabbit? Now, let's see what your answers available are. We have calf, cub, kit, and whelp. Calf, cub, kit, and whelp. All right, gonna give you a few more seconds.
That's weird. That doesn't even have an H in it.
All right, let's see what your answers were. What did you guys think the answer was? We had 91% of our answers for kit, with one of our answers for whelp. Your correct answer was kit. Yes, a baby rabbit is a kit. A kit. What a cute name for a baby rabbit. And now I knew understand a little bit more about what Painter was asking. Diana's maiden name, was it Fayed? I'm like, no, Dodi Afayed. That was her boyfriend, right?
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Of her death, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Diana Spencer is the correct answer.
Got it. Go. But, it's always good to challenge, because sometimes, trivia is wrong. Sometimes people get the wrong. I think last week I called Busta Rhymes Coolio after just seeing him for a second. So it happens. It's all good. But let's see what our standings are. So now we're going to get onto our answers for our first round and see our standings. So, that was not the button I meant to push. 1 second. There we go. All right, here comes our top 3. Getting into it. Oh, I now get it. That Painter was letting us in on the joke. Yes, girl. Steele with 568 points, sitting front row. Way to go. Yes, girl. In second, it's Martin MGM with second place, 593 points. And in first place, Sir Richard Answer Yeller, the 4th. That's right, Sir Richard Answer Yeller.
You're so money and you don't even
Jeff, do you know why he goes by the name Sir Richard Answer Yeller?
I do not. Would you like to enlighten me?
So Rob plays with me at my trivia on Monday night, where the 3 rules of trivia, the second rule of trivia is don't yell out the answers, and the third rule of trivia is don't be a dick, right? So what's the other name for dick? Richard. So Sir Richard Answer Yeller the 4th. It's a fantastic
Sir
trivia
Dick
name.
Answer Yeller. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, way to go, Rob. You are the winner of first round.
Go.
That
it's
means
a long road. It's a long road to hoe. We got how many rounds?
5 more rounds.
5
more rounds.
Guys, 6 rounds total.
That's right.
I told Danny to knock it up a notch. So if you guys are pissed about how many rounds there are, then you can come complain to me. In fact, you can just file it right there in the YouTube.
Yeah, just let us know. Because we're gonna be playing around with the format, always messing around with it, seeing what makes
Let
most
us know
sense.
what we hate and what we don't like.
Absolutely.
And what we always like.
Dope. So we're gonna kick off our next round of trivia in just a second, but I don't want to forget to mention that if you get the most points through 6 rounds of trivia, you will be the trivia traveler. But I do have a special title for Rob now. Rob, anytime I see you, you're just be that person that's just so random. Way to go on winning our first round of trivia. Now we're gonna get the next round of trivia going. You're gonna see it pop up on the screen right now, and this one's for people who like to go get food, not make their own food, but buy it from restaurants, fast food chains, stuff like that. This one is passing as a gastronome. because it's going to be about someone who just likes to eat, likes to drink. Or if you're one of those persons, you're going to do pretty well at this round. All right, so we got all kinds of trivia coming your way about fast food restaurants, sit-down restaurants, and all kinds of eateries in between. So that's going to be starting in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with your next round of trivia in 6 minutes. All right, we are getting ready for our next round of trivia in just about 3 more minutes. Now, this next round of trivia, it's all about popular fast food and classic restaurants with some off-menu questions in between. Most points at the end of the round will get the award for the end of this round. They're going to be they're going to be our gourmander in chief. Like a gourmand is somebody who, is a fan of gourmet food. So, again, all of the questions this round are going to be about classic restaurants, fast food restaurants, and some things in between. We're going to have all kinds of questions coming your way about food. The most points at the end of the round will be the winner. The way to get the most points is answer as fast as you can to get the most points. Now, there's a little bit of strategy there. Maybe you don't know the answer. Maybe you need to see the answers and pick the right one out. So that's always a good idea to do that because you want to make sure to get some points if you don't know the right answer. All right, and at the end of all of our rounds, we're going to be giving out the prize of the Trivia Traveler to our overall person with the most points. That's right. Most points at the end of 6 rounds will be that Trivia Traveler. Now, if you haven't got set up to get into the game, you still got time to do so. You're going to want to scan that QR code that you see on the left side of your screen. That'll take you right to the game. You'll just type in a name and you'll be good to go. If you're watching it in a way where you can't scan the QR code, you can also go to the website crown.live and the code is KXOH6. Once you get in, that'll set you up so you can get into all of the rest of the games. And then we got Jason Golden joining us in this room. We got all about the Buenas. Oh, that's right, Jason. Thank you for joining us. Played along with us last week, and I don't have the Buena with me tonight, but I'm always drinking the Buena when I get the chance to. Yeah, it's one of my favorite beers.
Let's go already.
Brian is watching with us. Now, last week, Brian was the person who did the best in our round that was all about famous feuds, our beef round. And so he got the title of the Supreme, Beef Supreme. Woo! Yeah, Beef Supreme. Now
Beef Supreme.
He just said in their chat that he's going for the title here. He wants to be the Supreme Beef Gourmander in Chief, which I think is a fantastic title. Brian, if you can do it.
No way.
We will call you that for sure. So, 40 more seconds to go. Don't forget to scan that QR code or go to crowd.live, enter the code KXOH6 to get those answers in. Remember, faster answers mean more points. You do want to try to maximize on those points. Don't fat finger an answer, because that is the number one thing that I hear people say. It's like, I was just so excited to get my answer
Your
in.
fingers are too fat.
Yeah, if you hit the wrong button, there's no way to go back. So you want to make sure you do get those right answers. All right, we got our first question coming your way in just about 10 seconds. Who's excited for some food trivia? Yeah? Yeah.
Let's go already.
Food is one of my favorite things in the world, so I'm going to have fun with this one too. Here we go. We're kicking it off with our first question of the round. Which of these chains pioneers in the all-day breakfast menu and is home to the punny dish Moons Over My Hammy? Now, answers available are Bob Evans, IHOP, Denny's, and Waffle House. So once again, which of these chains pioneers in the all-day breakfast menu and is home to the punny dish Moons Over My Hammy? All right, we got those answers. Let's see what you put in. Now, we did have 90% of our answers for Denny's with one answer for Waffle House. Your correct answer was Denny's. Denny's. I've definitely
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I
I
would say-
award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That is our Billy Madison drop. Now, I do
That's
feel
for the Waffle House person.
for the Waffle House.
How do you
person.
not? How does anybody?
You
not
know
know
what?
this answer?
I would say that person is making good choices because they've probably neither been in either a Denny's or a Waffle House, which is why they don't know.
Do you know it could have been a fat finger too, because it's right next.
Fair, right next to each other.
Fair.
All right, so our next question, here we go. Which of these American Chinese dishes does food court staple Panda Express claim to have invented in 1987? Now your answers are General Tso's chicken, crab rangoon, orange chicken, and Mongolian beef. So once again, which of these American Chinese dishes does food court staple Panda Express claim to have invented in 1987? General Tso's chicken, crab rangoon, orange chicken, or Mongolian beef?
And Danny, I think that was invented in San Diego, if I recall.
Is it really? You know what else was invented in San Diego in 1987? Me. I was born in Escondido in 1987, so it's like, hey,
way.
orange chicken and I have a lot in common. Oh, I totally just said the correct answer. So, yeah, we did have 3 answers for General Tso's chicken and 7 for orange chicken. The correct answer there is orange chicken. If you get me to talk, I will give away the answers before it's time. It's fine, though. Everybody had their answers locked in. But, yeah, so now you know that. Orange chicken and Danny both premiered in San Diego in 1987. All right, question number 3 coming at you. Which religious figure is commemorated with a special table and centerpiece at every Buca di Beppo location? Is it Jesus, the Pope, St. Lawrence, or Mary? Once again, which religious figure is commemorated with a special table and centerpiece at every Buca di Beppo location? Jesus, the Pope, St. Lawrence, or Mary?
I don't know.
I've never been in a Buca di Beppo until I came across this question and thought it was fascinating. So let's see what our answers are. We had 1 for Jesus, 6 for the Pope, 1 for St. Lawrence, and 2 for Mary. So a nice spread across those answers. Your correct answer was the Pope. The Pope, that's right. They take
way.
His Holiness very seriously. at Buca de Beppo, apparently. All right, question number 4. What beloved comedy prompted TGI Fridays to discontinue their policy requiring employees to wear dozens of buttons on their uniforms? Now name the comedy from these. Is it Waiting, Office Space, Super Troopers, or Big Night?
We were just talking about this in our super secret Urbane Rain text group
Oh,
earlier
wow.
today.
Maybe some advanced knowledge.
Well, let's hope that my teammates
hopefully it made a difference. Was it Waiting, Office Space, or
let's
Super
see.
Troopers, or Big Night that got those buttons removed from the uniforms?
It's waiting
TGI
for
Fridays.
waiting to exhale. Waiting to exhale. is the
Alrighty.
answer.
Let's see what you put down. Answers turned in. We had 9 answers for Office Space with 1 for Super Troopers. Your correct answer, they called them pieces of flair in Office Space. Office Space. And yeah, TGI Fridays changed their employee uniform policy because everybody watched that movie and was like, man, it sucks to work at TGI Fridays. All right, we are on to our 5th question for the round coming at you next. After we do this question, we're going to get into those mid-round standings. So, question number 5. What breed of dog is Kane, the namesake and official mascot for chicken finger chain Raising Cane's? Is he a Corgi, German Shepherd, Labrador Retriever, or Golden Retriever? Once again, what breed of dog is Kane, the namesake and official mascot for chicken finger chain Raising Cane's? Corgi, German Shepherd, Labrador Retriever, or Golden Retriever? All right, let's see what you put down. Now, we had a really big spread this time. We had 1 for Corgi, 2 for German Shepherd, 4 for Labrador Retriever, and 3 for Golden Retriever. Your correct answer was a Labrador Retriever. Labrador Retriever. Steele had that one front row. I saw that one. So, we're into our mid-round standing. Let's see how things are going so far. All right, yes, Steele in first place with 447 points, but this time it's Anana in second with 436, and Rob, Sir Richard Anciella the 4th in 3rd, Turbo once again in 4th place, Suck it Trebek right there
Dan
too.
Beck.
Yeah, right
Golly.
there too. And then we got
Suck
Painter.
It Dan Beck.
Oh, is
You
that?
got-
Oh,
you
Suck it
texted-
Dan Beck.
Eric
Oh,
texted me super angry that you didn't say it right.
I have a little bit of a. It's hard for me to see it from here, kind of thing. But now
I'm
I
so
see it. Yeah,
sorry.
Suck it, Dan Beck. My bad. Oh, now I get it too. He's talking about me. Got it, Dan Beck. Ah ha ha ha.
Right.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. So no, you're gonna be the Burt Reynolds to my Alex Trebek. It'll be great. All right,
I'll
we are
take
getting
anal bum for 100, please.
the penis mightier. All right, we are into your 6th question. Let's get back into those questions. Let's see where things go from here with question number 6. How many layers of bun does a McDonald's Big Mac have? Your answers are 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once again, how many layers of bun?
I don't know.
I think Homer would have this one. Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? Tell me how many layers of bun are on a Big Mac. All right, let's see those answers. Answers turned in 100% for 3. That is our correct answer. That's right, 3 layers of bun on a Big Mac burger. All right, we are getting into your question number 7. Question number 7. Which of these restaurants is not currently owned by the American fast food corporation Yum Brands Incorporated? So the one that's not owned by Yum. Answers for this round are Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC, and Steak and Shake. So
I
once
don't
again,
know.
which of these restaurants is not currently owned by the American fast food corporation Yum Brands Incorporated? Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC, or Steak and Shake? All right, now answers turned in. Let's see what you guys decided it was. We only had one answer for Taco Bell and 90% of our answers for Steak and Shake. That's because your correct answer is Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake is your correct answer. Back in the day, I used to work at a Pizza Hut, and that's the only reason why I really remembered those two other companies are all tied to the same corporation. That's Yum Brands. All right, we have 3 more questions to go in this round. Which television series features the fictional fast food chain Los Pollos Hermanos? Answers available are Bob's Burgers, Breaking Bad, Pushing Daisies, and Seinfeld. So once again, which television series features the fictional fast food chain Los Pollos Hermanos? Is it Bob's Burgers, Breaking Bad, Pushing Daisies, or Seinfeld? All right, I got your answers. Let's see what you put in this time. We had 1 for Bob's Burgers and 1 for Pushing Daisies, with most of our answers for Breaking Bad. The correct answer is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is...
For those 2 people that answered the wrong thing, frankly, Breaking Bad is the best television show ever made. So it's only 4 seasons. It's available everywhere. Please watch it.
Whatever, as much as I agree, it's probably awesome. I've never seen it. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God!
No way! You don't. It looks. You know what? I've heard nothing but great things. I'm sure it's a
Everyone in
great
this
show.
room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Credibility
I award
check.
you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I'm gonna say it. Like I watched the first couple episodes. Like, neat. I don't need to watch
No,
this guy
you
become
gotta
the
keep going,
darkest
dude.
character in fictional television. I figured out where this is gonna go.
Well,
It's not
okay.
good.
Regardless of whether you figured it out.
Oh no, it's not about that. It's more just.
Someday, you know what you do? You wait until you're sick. You know, you wait until you get like a cold, and
Oh,
you're
no,
stuck
no.
in bed, and you watch the whole thing. You
I agree.
binge it.
I can get on board with a good stream or good binge. My biggest issue is I can't watch that many people die and be like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go do my life things.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it is pretty real.
Yeah. The people asphyxiating on their own vomit. I'm cool. I'm gonna go watch cartoons.
Yeah.
All right. Question number
Anyway.
9. Here we go. Question number 9, and it goes like this. Often linked with a motel of the same name, what restaurant chain lasted for nearly 100 years until it closed in early 2022? The answers are Bennigan's, Hard Rock Cafe, Howard Johnson's, and the International House of Pancakes. Once again, we had often linked with a motel of the same name, what restaurant chain lasted for nearly 100 years until it closed in early 2022? Bennigan's, Hard Rock Cafe, Howard Johnson's, or the International House of Pancakes. Schmidwanker also saying that they haven't seen it, so, just saying. All right, here we go. Answers for this round coming at you. We had 3 for the Hard Rock Cafe and 7 for Howard Johnson's. Your correct answer was Howard Johnson's. Howard Johnson's. I didn't find out that it was a restaurant chain. I didn't realize it was a restaurant chain until it closed, because I only knew it as a hotel chain. Yeah. So, all right, we got one more question coming your way as well for this round. Once we do this question, then we're to declare our Gourmander-in-Chief and see who the winner for this round is. But don't worry if you don't win this round, because you still have plenty of points to get in our other rounds. Okay, here comes
so money,
question
you don't even
number 10. Which Beyonce hit features a shout-out to seafood chain Red Lobster? Is it Formation, Single Ladies, Crazy in Love, or Love on Top? So once again, which Beyonce hit features a shout-out to seafood chain Red Lobster?
I don't
Formation,
know.
Single Ladies, Crazy in Love, or Love on Top? I believe the reference in particular, she's talking about the the Butter Bay biscuits and how great those are. I know Red Lobster having a little bit of a moment right now. A bunch of their stores are closing, but maybe the Butter Bay biscuits or Butter Cheddar biscuits, whatever they're called, they'll bring them back. Here we go. Answers turned in for this one were, we had 2 for Formation, 5 for Single Ladies, 2 for Crazy in Love. Your correct answer was Formation. Formation, yeah. The other ones are love songs, so maybe I thought that might make it a little bit easier, but it's okay. So that one was our last question of the round. Let's declare our top 3 for our food restaurant round. All right, here we go. Gonna get our first one here. Turbo with 717 points. Way to go, Jeff, behind the glass in 3rd place. Hey, Rob in 2nd place with 800 points. Sir Richard Yeller the 4th. And just 17 more points ahead. Steele, you are the Gourmander-in-Chief. Gourmand, yes. Do you want to say anything, Steele? Let people know.
You know, it was bound to happen.
It was dumb luck. It was just used to say, like, I just spent a lot of time eating at restaurants, having fast food to really get me to where I needed to be here today. But we had some good points. Now, the points also way higher than the last round. This one, it was definitely a good round for a lot of y'all. So we had, Anana with 707 points, just 10 points out of third place. Martin with 548, and the rest of our teams. But if you didn't win that round, it's okay, because we're going to be able to use those points and carry them on to our next couple of rounds. Now, we're going to have a little bit of a sciencey one coming up next your way, as this next one, well, I like to call this one the human body that you used to know. And yes, Gautier was here. The human body that you used to know, this one's all going to be about anatomy. So we're going to have an anatomy round coming your way. Yeah, so all kinds of things about the human body. We'll get more into it in just a little bit. First, I'm going to start our little countdown timer, and we're going to take a little break. I'll be right back. All right, we are just 3-ish minutes away from our next round of trivia. Now, if you haven't got set up yet, now's a great time to do so. And if also you're watching on YouTube, give us a shout out in the chat. I did see we had Jason and Jennifer. They were both playing with us last week, Jenny and Jason. And as soon as I mentioned we had a round that's kind of science themed, the whole chat went off. They all yelled science. So thank you guys for doing that. You guys know the drill. So what's happening next is we're getting ready for our next round of trivia. in about 2.5 minutes. We're going to kick off our first question up there. Now I'll read the question and then I'll open up the answers. Once you see those answers open, you're going to hit the answer that you think is correct as fast as you can to get the most points that you can. Now the catch there is that you want to make sure you get those answers right, because if you miss the right answer, or if you just go too fast and don't see the right answer, well, you get no points. And at the end of the night, the person with, or players with the most points, maybe you're playing on a team at home or what have you, but the team or player name with the most points at the end of all 6 rounds of trivia will be our trivia traveler for the week. Now we're going to have 10 questions, all of them in regards to the human body, questions about the human body, anatomy, and medicine in this procedurally generated trivia game. Whoever wins this one, since this one's all about the bodies, we'll call you our student of bodies. That's right, because you're the one who's checking out those bodies to get all these correct answers. Now, we're going to get into it in just about 1 more minute. I do want to let you know, if you haven't already done it, go ahead and like us on YouTube. Go ahead and like this video, like our page, subscribe to our page. That way you don't miss an episode of Trivia Tavern. If you're watching this on Twitch, do the same. Hit that follow button so that way you know when we're going live. We're going live every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock with our Trivia Tavern games. They're always live. That way you can play along and play against everybody else who's watching along. All right, 45 seconds to go before we get ready for this next game. And again, if you haven't already, make sure you're going ahead and scanning that QR code to get sent straight to our game. Punch in your names. That way I know who's watching and who's playing along with us. All right, just 30 more seconds. Be right back with that first question.
Let's go already!
All right, our first question of this next round. This next one is about anatomy, and we've got our first question coming your way. All right, your first question for this round. Where on the human body are the carpus and metacarpus bones found? Answers available are the spine, hand, pelvis, and foot. So once again, where on the human body are the carpus and metacarpus bones found? Spine, hand, pelvis, or foot? Now we have 10 seconds left. I also want to point out, if you guys happen to be watching at home and you're playing with friends, right, you can always play against each other and get those bragging rights, or you can always play as a team. Last week, the people that won were actually husband and wife team that were playing together on the same account, so that's a little bit wise. You guys want to go over those answers before you spit them. All right.
Sometimes more brains are bad.
Sometimes more brains are better, sometimes more brains are bad, because you end up just fighting over the answers, but it's always a strategy. All right, let's see our answers for that first one. We had 1 for the spine and 10 for the hand. Your correct answer was the hand. Yes, give yourself a hand if you knew that answer. Hand was the one we were looking for. All right, your next question. This one. In oral anatomy, pointed cuspids are also commonly known as blank teeth. What kind of teeth are those? Are they canine teeth, incisor teeth, molar teeth, or wisdom teeth?
I don't know.
Once again, in oral anatomy, pointed cuspids are also commonly known as blank teeth. Canine, incisor, molar, or wisdom teeth. Tell me, you just might get those points. All right, we got your answers. Let's see what you submitted. We had 6 this time for canine, with 3 for incisor and 2 for molar. Your correct answer was, those are your canine teeth. Canine teeth is the one we were looking for. All right, we got question number 3 coming at you. What sensory organ is controlled by the hypoglossal nerve? You see some of the senses there depicted in that very creepy GIF. Which sensory organ is controlled by the hypoglossal nerve? Is it the ear, the eye, the nose, or the tongue? So once again, what sensory organ is controlled by the hypoglossal nerve? Ear, eye, nose, or tongue? Yes, these will get a little bit more difficult, a little bit more out there, the further into the round we go. All right, we got your answers in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 7 answers for tongue with 1 for nose, none for ear, and 2 for eye. Your correct answer was the tongue. The tongue is the one that is controlled by the hypoglossal nerve. All right, clue
No
number
way!
4. Approximately what percentage of an adult's bones are in the feet? So this one you might want to take a look, unless you happen to already know, at the answers available. What percentage of an adult's bones are in the feet? Answers available are 10%, 15%, 20%, and 25%. So once again, approximately what percentage of an adult's bones are in the feet? 10, 15, 20, or 25%. All right, let's see what you put down. Now, answers turned in. Oh, I didn't hit the right one. So you guys now know that the correct answer is 25%. We had, 5 answers for our other answers, but 5 for 25%.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
For that one. So about half of our people getting that one right. All right. Yeah, sometimes I'll accidentally show the correct answer before I see what you guys put down. But yeah, your correct answer was 25%. All right, we got one more question, then we're going to do our mid-round breakdown. So, next question is, in infants, what bone in quotation marks, is actually made up of 6 separate bones? Answers are clavicle, coccyx, cranium, and femur. So once again, in infants, what bone is actually made up of 6 separate bones? The clavicle, coccyx, cranium, or femur? Yes, these are our academic questions. You got about 5 more seconds. All right, answers in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 1 for each for clavicle and coccyx with 9 for cranium. Your correct answer was cranium. Cranium is the one that we were looking for. All right, now that we've got 5 questions down, let's see our mid-round breakdown. Let's see how people are doing. Hey, Wally. Yeah, he's jumping in. Jim joining us, and now he's in first place for the round with 452 points. Jason catching up and getting second place. That's J-Dog in second with 386 points. Not that far behind. And with 359 points, that's Painter with Urinals, our number 1. So I actually have 2 of our recent studio guests in our second and third spots, with Rob in 4th and Ian bringing it up to number 5. Now we still have plenty of questions and way more points. You can actually see that this is a tighter point grouping than some of the last questions, so maybe your questions are coming up in the back half of this round. So let's see how things go with question number 6. What part of the body is susceptible to an inflammation called keratitis? Now, what part of the body is that? Is it the ear, the eye, the foot, or the skin? So what part of the body is susceptible to an inflammation called keratitis? Ear, eye, foot, or skin? Are you phoning a friend over there?
Survey says...
Well, let's see what people put
Yeah, Danny,
down.
let's see. Put it up there.
All right, we actually got a good spread this time.
That's a good spread.
Yeah, 2 answers for ear. Oh, what?
But we surveyed 100 people,
Uh-huh.
and the number 1 answer was
Are you asking for the number 1 answer? Oh, the correct answer is the eye. The most answers didn't have the correct answer.
Okay, Danny, so when I say the number 1 answer, and I do a Family Feud thing, because this is my favorite game show ever,
Yeah.
you're supposed to press the winner.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Cool.
All right, now
All right,
we're
we
on
got
the
it.
same
First
page.
First time.
All right. Question number 7 is up next. A person suffering from the psychological disorder, blank, believes that they are dead and do not exist. So look for the disorder. I did not know this is a thing until I came across this question. So let's see if you know what I'm talking about. Is it Cotard syndrome, Morgellons disease, Pica, or Stoneman syndrome? So once again, a person suffering from the psychological disorder blank believes that they are dead and do not exist. Cotard syndrome, Morgellons disease, Pica, or Stoneman syndrome. All right, tell me which one that is. You just might get those points. A few seconds left. All right, now our answers turned in. Another good spread. We had 3 for Cotard's syndrome, 6 answers for Morgellons disease, and 2 for Stoneman syndrome. The correct answer for this one is Cotard syndrome. Yeah, Cotard is the name for that. I did not know about this until I came across this trivia question, so that's pretty horrifying. All right, question number 8. Where on the human body would you find the gnathian? Yeah, these are some pretty wild questions. So tell me where on the human body you would find the gnathian. Answers for you are the hand, the jaw, the nose, and the toe. So once again, where on the human body would you find the gnathian? Hand, jaw, nose, or toe? You got a little bit more than 10 seconds.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this one ended up being a little bit tougher than I originally planned. That's okay. All trivia is the same.
It's gonna be a huge spread.
Let's see what people put down. Yeah, pretty good spread. We had 1 answer for both hand and for toe, and then we had 4 for jaw, with 5 for the nose.
Let's see the
Your
answers, Danny.
correct answer was the jaw.
The jaw.
Got you the points there.
Not to be confused with Saw. 11 movies now with Saw.
That is insane. I did not know they were up that high. All right, y'all. We got 2 more questions for round number 3. Question number 9. Swelling of the tendons that bend your wrist backwards, lateral epicondylitis, is more commonly known as batter's twist, pitcher's wrist, tennis elbow, or golfer's arm. Once again, swelling of the tendons that bend your wrist backwards, lateral
fat-fingered that one
epicondylitis is more commonly known as batter's twist, pitcher's wrist, tennis elbow, or golfer's arm. And I believe, our producer Jeff is just letting us know. Was that a fat finger situation? Oh no, this one's a tricky one. I didn't necessarily know that these were the terms that went into this before. But I just want to say, I'm going to go back 1 question. Brian Painter let us know. He was like, I used to have Cotard syndrome until I discovered Trivia Tavern. That is my favorite endorsement I've ever heard. Thank you, Painter. That's awesome. All right, let's see what y'all put in. All right, we had 2 for batter's twist, 1 for pitcher's wrist, and 8 for tennis elbow. That is the scientific name for tennis elbow. Tennis elbow is the one that got you the points there. All right, now we have 1 more question to go for this round. After I read this question, we will have our winner, our student of bodies, as it were, for our anatomy round. Here comes our final question. What does a dactylogram take a record of? Answers available for you are blood oxygen, bone density, fingerprints, or your pulse. So once again,
I don't know.
What does a dactylogram take a record of? Blood oxygen, bone density, fingerprints, or your pulse. All right, about 6 seconds left. Everything okay over there? All right. No, so we're playing around with the soundboard a little bit more. I'm like, is he trying to get my attention? Sounds like he's calling me. All right, here comes your answers that you submitted. Answers that you guys put in. We had 1 for blood oxygen, 4 for bone density, and 6 for fingerprints. Your correct answer was fingerprints. Fingerprints is the one that got you the points. Okay, yeah. Martin letting me know that was a brutal round, very tough round that time. And hey, each one of these rounds, they might be a little bit harder than last, especially if it's not your category, right? That's okay. That's why we try to keep it very varied and make sure that there's a little bit of everything for everyone. But before we get into getting to things for everyone, let's get into our winners for this round. Let's find out who our top 3 were for our anatomy round. All right, now 3rd place, we had Real John. Real John moved up the ladder board. to make it into third place with 574 points. Jim Wally Pinkerton with 624. He is our second place victor for that round. And Rob with our second round of the game. Sir Richard Answer Yeller the fourth with 761 points. Way to go.
money and you don't even know it.
Way to go, Rob.
money and you don't even know it.
Is that on loop? Yeah, he's very money. Way to go. Way to go, Rob.
money and you don't even know it.
I'm wondering how many times to hit that button.
You're so money and you don't even know it.
I can wait. I can do this all day. No, it's all good. Way to go, Rob. Rob, you are the winner for that round. So you are a student of bodies. That is our third round for the game. Go see Cal, indeed. And that means that Rob is super random and our student of bodies because he's got 2 rounds in the books as the round winner. Wally is my son. Richard is my nephew. Oh, very cool. Thank you for sharing that and letting me know, Spadoinker. All right, now we are getting into it. Now I know Spadoinker is John, and I can associate those names with my own brain edification. All right, we are getting ready for our 4th round of questions coming next. Now, this next round, I like to call, but what's their government name? Because this one is going to be about their real names, people who use famous pseudonyms for their stage names. We're going to be talking about a little bit about their stage names, a little bit about their real names, and everywhere in between that. So let's get into it in about 6 minutes. So this one, all about stage names, coming your way in another 6 minutes.
So I'm going to do the air horn before and after. I'm going to try to do that. So I'll do it the way the periods end in hockey and basketball quarters, where we put the horn on like this.
I like that. I like the
right. And then when it's done, or maybe close, we'll go something like this.
Let's go.
And that'd be like the 1 minute warning. Guys, let us know in the chat what you like, So I'm thinking this is pretty good, get in your seats, everybody.
Oh, like when there's
or
1
no,
minute
this
to
is
start,
the get in your seats, and this is the it's time to go. It's time to go. So I think that's good. We'll just we'll judge it as we go, but let us know in the chat how you feel about that, and
I don't know.
And then, too, if you are in the chat, let us know. Just let us know you're having a good time. Make sure that you're liking us on YouTube, hitting subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching us on Twitch, make sure you're hitting that follow button so that way you just get notified anytime that this channel is live. Right now, we're doing it every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, but that might change. You never know. So you want to make sure that you stay on the loop with everything Trivia Tavern. Make sure you are liked and subscribe on YouTube or Twitch, whatever your method of convenience is. And if you're watching along in the chat, be sure to let us know. Just say hi. Let us know what you're thinking of the show and what things are working out for you, what's not. We want to make sure it's the best show for you as possible. All right. We got your next round. I'll be back at about the 2.5 minute mark. right, we are just a little over 2 minutes away from our next round. We're getting ready for our next round of trivia. This one, you can cross. It's cool. No stress. Yeah. Here, if you want to bring it, I can show it off. Yeah. So we're all marveling a little bit because we have the Joe Musgrove bobblehead. If you're a Padres fan, yeah, you can. You're right there.
Show both of the bobbles. They both bobble.
Here, let me hand it to me.
Lift it up a little bit.
Yeah, because I think it's a little bit of the shadow.
And then show the dog bobble. Oh.
Yeah, I love that the Padres. There you go. So yeah, there's that action. We got a little bit of Joe Musgrove bobblehead action.
Careful how you handle that. Good Lord, Danny.
I didn't know it was backing up into my hand.
Handle at the base. What you? If somebody handed a wine glass, would you just grab it from the lip?
I wasn't ready to hold it at that moment, and then it was in my hand.
It's a treasured moment. You're
all right. I don't know what just happened. It's okay. But no, yeah, we were just checking out the Joe Musgrove bobblehead. I love that the Padres promotional stuff. It just is a little bit deeper than anything I've seen recently, and that's really cool. All right. So we are getting into our next round of trivia. It's 1 minute away. This next round of trivia, it's called Yeah, but what's their government name? Because this one's going to be about famous people who have stage names, famous stage pseudonyms, and what their real names might be, or vice versa. Now, if you haven't got set up yet, this is our 4th round of trivia. Go ahead and scan that QR code to join. It'll take you to the room. You're going to punch in your name, and you'll be able to get those answers in. Each round will consist of 10 multiple choice questions. Faster answers mean more points. The more points you get, well, at the end of the round, the person with the most points or team with the most points will be our overall winner for the round. For this round, at the end of the round, the person who has the most points, well, they will be the pseudonymja, kind of like a pseudonym / ninja, because you know all of these famous stage names. So once again, you're playing for the right to be the pseudonymja. Now, we are 15 seconds away from our first question for the round. Scan that QR code, go to crowd.live, enter the code AWN4W. All right, 5 seconds to go until our very first question for the round. All right, now here comes our first question. Born Frances Ethel Gum in 1922, this actress and singer found fame somewhere over the rainbow. Is it Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli, Natalie Wood, or Shirley Temple? So once again, born Frances Ethel Gum in 1922, this actress and singer found fame somewhere over the rainbow. Was it Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli, Natalie Wood, or Shirley Temple? All right, let's see what you submitted for those answers. Answers turned in. We had 91% of the answers for Judy Garland with 1 for Liza Minnelli. Your correct answer was Judy Garland. That's right, somewhere over the rainbow, the star of The Wizard of Oz. Sometimes there might be a little bit of clue there in the question. So let's see with your second question for the round. This All of Me singer's real name is John Roger Stevens. Is that Elton John, John Denver, John Legend, or John Mayer? So once again, this All of Me singer's real name is John Roger Stevens. Elton John, John Denver, John Legend, or John Mayer? All right, now which one of these Johns is the right answer? Answers you guys turned in were, we had 3 for Elton John, 6 for John Legend, and 2 for John Mayer. Your correct answer would be John Legend. Yes, John Legend, the singer of All of Me, and his birth name was John Roger Stevens.
So, got like a personal John Legend stories, if you want to hear them.
John Legend stories?
Yeah.
I mean, if you got one, I'm down to hear it.
Teigen. I could show you behind the scenes footage. Only here though at the studio.
Okay, so that's a closed door thing.
Anybody who comes as a trivia guest, these are behind the scenes before, show.
Yeah, this is off the record stuff.
Off the record stuff I can't distribute, but it's like
the
stuff
secret
I had
stuff
to record back in the day. So, dude, it's good stuff. So if you're a big fan, let's do it. Anyway.
All right. Now I got your next question for you. All right. Now this next question, Which member of the English girl group Spice Girls used the stage name Sporty Spice? So which one of these is Sporty Spice? Is it Emma Bunton, Jerry Halliwell, Melanie Brown, or Melanie Chisholm? So once again, which member of the English girl group Spice Girls used the stage name Sporty Spice? Emma Bunton, Jerry Halliwell, Melanie Brown, or Melanie Chisholm? Heck yeah. I saw with the swagger. We had some people joining us in the studio, and one of them had this one right away. Let's see our answers that you submitted. Now we had 2 for Jerry Halliwell, 4 for Melanie Brown, and 5 for Melanie Chisholm. Your correct answer was Melanie Chisholm, Mel C, as she was known back in the day.
Yeah, those two are the talent, both of them.
Yes,
the other two are kind of meh.
Mel B, Mel C.
Yeah,
Mel B. Now she's on America's Got Talent, right?
Fuck, that's why
she's fantastic. She's great.
I know.
All right.
I don't know.
Now let's get into our 4th question for this round. What classic Hollywood leading man was born Archibald Alec Leach in England in 1904? Answers available for you are Cary Grant, Clark Gable, Gary Cooper, and Humphrey Bogart. So once again, what classic Hollywood leading man was born Archibald Alec Leach in England in 1904? Cary Grant,
I don't know.
Clark Gable, Gary Cooper, or Humphrey Bogart? Right, that's what I was tripping out on. This was like, yeah, Steele was just like, I don't know why you changed your name. Your name is Archibald Alec Leach. That is a fantastic leading man name. So let's see what y'all put down. Answers submitted. We had 5 for Cary Grant, 3 for Clark Gable.
That's a nice spread right there.
Yeah, and a good spread. 1 for Gary Cooper and 2 for Humphrey Bogart. So pretty even across those. Let's see. Your correct answer was Cary Grant. That's right. Cary Grant got you the points on that one. All right. Now our next question's our 5th question for the round. So that means we're going to have our mid-round breakdown after we do this 5th questions. We'll see where you guys are standing. So let's get into question number 5. Which Canadian singer is no longer still the one known as Eileen Regina Edwards? Answers available for you are Alanis Morissette, Avril Lavigne, Celine Dion, or Shania Twain. So once again, which Canadian singer is no longer still the one known as Eileen Regina Edwards? Alanis Morissette, Avril Lavigne, Celine Dion, or Shania Twain? All right, I got 11 answers in. Let's see what you put in. Answers turned in. We had 1 for each Alanis and Avril, 2 for Celine, and 7 for Shania. Your correct answer would be Shania Twain. Shania Twain is your correct answer, who I believe is still like the highest selling Canadian artist of all time.
Yeah, and the only one who's like actually writing her own songs. So anyway, let's move on.
All right, well, let's see our standings so far for 5 questions into round number 4. All right, Richard and Sir Yeller doing really well once again. Rob with 444 points. Anana sitting front row with 346 points. And Real John, that's Schwadoinker, with 343.
Danny, ¿cómo se dice pineapple in Espanol?
Anana, right? No. Wait, what? Sorry.
Hey.
Pina. Sorry, my bad.
Did I say banana or
No.
pineapple?
No, you said pineapple. I just barely heard it from over here.
It's anana.
Anana?
En français, anana.
In France, yes. In French, it's anana.
I think it's. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that she's right there on the mic, and she could chime in and she could say what the correct pronunciation is. Well, go on the mic if you can. Just press that big blue button, like a big fat button, like.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Both are okay.
Both are okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll
I'm
take
so
both.
sorry. I thought, here's the white guy chiming in on, how we should be.
It's all good. It's all good. We're all learning today. All right. Now, we are getting into our 6th question, our second half of this round. Going to take away those standings. and we're going to get into question number 6. All right, tell me more about these government names. Which of these famous Michaels is the only one that uses his actual surname professionally? So I'm going to show you 4 Michaels. Only one of them uses their real last name. So tell me which one it is. Now, is it Michael Bolton, Michael Caine, Michael Douglas, or Michael Keaton? Which one of those Michaels is going by their real last name? Is it Michael Bolton, Michael Caine, Michael Douglas, or Michael Keaton? I love this question. This is one of my favorite questions I kind of came across as I was building today's game. Your answers that y'all submitted were... We had a
that's gotta be
really...
the biggest spread I've seen ever. That's a Beef Supreme spread right there.
It's super even across this one. We had 3 for Bolton, 2 for Caine, 4 for Douglas, and 2 for Keaton. Your correct answer is Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas is the correct answer in that group. All right, 4 more to go. Question number 7. All right, now this one, I'm going to ask you to identify the birth name. What is the birth name of award-winning actor and comedian Jamie Foxx? So what is Jamie Foxx's birth name? Is it Aubrey Drake Graham, Eric Marlon Bishop, Marvin Lee Aday, or Peter Gene Hernandez? So once again, what is the birth name of award-winning actor and comedian Jamie Foxx? Aubrey Drake Graham, Eric Marlon Bishop, Marvin Lee Aday, or Peter Gene Hernandez? All right, let's see what you put down this time. Answers submitted. We had a pretty decent grouping. We had 3 for Aubrey Drake Graham, 5 for Eric Martin Bishop, and 3 for Marvin Lee Aday. Your correct answer was
spread.
Eric Marlon Bishop. That's right, Eric Marlon Bishop. The only other one of those I recognize, Aubrey Drake Graham. That's actually Drake's real name. Aubrey Graham goes by, who goes by the Drake.
Yeah, let's keep politics out of the chat. I
Right.
fuck Drake, first of all, by the way.
Oh.
I can sing like him. See, I did. It's the same. Whatever.
I don't
That's
say
all right.
I,
I'm on Team Kendrick, and then we'll just rest. We'll rest right
Yeah,
there. That's
there
it.
you go.
It's over.
All right. Question number 8. There's certainly no X's and O's in country singer Tanner Schneider's stage name. Now, what is her stage name? Is it Brandi Carlile, Elle King, Halsey, or Sia? So once again, there are certainly no X's and O's in country singer Tanner Schneider's stage name. Is that Brandi Carlile, Elle King, Halsey, or Sia? Yeah, this is a little bit pop country. I actually didn't realize she was a country star because I kind of like the song X's and O's, but it was on like a lot of alternative stations for a minute. All right, answers turned in were, we had 6 answers for Elle King, 4 for Halsey, and 1 for Sia. Your correct answer was, that is Elle King. Elle King is her name. All right, we have just 2 more for this round. Question number 9. What horror film star from the golden age of Hollywood was born William Henry Pratt? Now, answers for this one are Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, and Vincent Price. So once again, what horror film star from the golden age of Hollywood was born William Henry Pratt? Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, or Vincent Price? You have about 5 more seconds. All right, let's see what y'all put in. Answers are... We have a big spread this time, yeah.
That's good.
1 for Bela Lugosi, 3 for Boris Karloff, 3 for Lon Chaney, and 4 for Vincent Price. Your correct answer was Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff.
No way!
I'm robbed.
I will say...
I thought it was Vincent Price too, everybody.
I'm going to say that we had the Cary Grant one where it's like you had a really regal name going to like Cary Grant, which is a good name. I think this was a much better move. William Henry Pratt, not scary sounding. Boris Karloff, that's a scary name. So I agree, that was the right choice.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hey, give it up to Danny for his incredible questions that trick even the best of us.
Hey, I gotta make them tricky, gotta make them challenging, so that way we get our true winners. Now we have one more question to determine who will be our suited ninja. After we read this question, we'll go over those standings for this round. But we'll still have 2 more rounds coming your way, and we're gonna have that final overall standings for our trivia challenger, our trivia traveler, as it were. All right, our question number 10 is this: which of these actresses took her professional stage name from a Shakespearean play? Now, which one of these actresses took their name from a Shakespeare play? Is it Kate Winslet, Juliette Lewis, Octavia Spencer, or Portia de Rossi? So once again, which of these actresses took her professional stage name from a Shakespearean play? Is it Kate Winslet, Juliette Lewis, Octavia Spencer, or Portia de Rossi? All right, just a few
Mitch Dodge in the house,
seconds
by the
left.
way.
All right, we got those answers in. Let's see what you got. Our answers submitted. Oh, we have a 30-30-30 split. Very even between our last 3 answers.
No way!
Spread.
With 1 for Kate Winslet. So, your correct answer is Portia de Rossi. Portia.
I don't know.
Yeah, Portia is a Shakespearean name, if you didn't know. But then again, so many names are. All right, now we are going to get into our top 3 for that round. It could be anyone's game based off those mid-round standings. So let's see our top 3. Anana in 3rd place with 550 points, sitting front row. And Rob with 714 means we might have a different name holder for 1st place with 746. It's Real John Spadoinker in the YouTube chat. Way to go, Real John. Also part of the Cal Worthington team. So we have a 2-way Cal Worthington between 1st and 2nd with Real John and Sir Richard and
Just
Sir
kidding.
Yeller.
Congratulations, Real John. I fat fingered the crickets. No, just kidding. I thought that would be a comedy number.
What's that?
The 18-inch Stonehenge. I thought that would be a comedy number. Anyway, moving on. Thank
It's all
you.
good. But yeah, so and then check it out. We got the rest of our standings. So we did have those top 2 with a really good amount of points above our next group of people. But all those points are going to matter as we get ready for our final overall winner at the end of the game, our trivia traveler. They will be the person with the most points at the end of all 6 rounds. So all those points do get added. Yeah, if you guys like that round, what do you guys think of the pseudonym round? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I know I had fun finding out some of those things because I did not know that Cary Grant wasn't his normal name, right? Again, that was such a cool name to just discover. It's like,
That was a challenging round.
you know who else has a name like that? Is Tom Cruise, right? Tom Cruise is like, that's a pretty good name. You know what his birth name is? It's Thomas Maypother III. Like, I wouldn't say that's a movie star name, but it's like definitely a weird name. It's like you could have got famous with that name.
Yeah, it was the teeth that did it.
The
for
teeth,
him.
yeah, with his
He has
with
a
his
center
one
tooth.
middle tooth, right?
Yeah, but have you seen him in like that Rugrats movie back in the day? It wasn't Rugrats, whatever movie it was. He he had really, dude, like significant. I'll pull. You know what?
Okay,
I'm gonna pull it
yeah.
up. I'm
That
gonna
was
pull it up. I'm gonna put it-
that'll be a trivia
I'm
question.
gonna
What movie
slap it
was
right up there in a minute?
what movie was Tom Cruise's teeth all messed up
Stay
in?
tuned. How much time do we have in the why don't you hit the button
Okay,
and then I'm gonna slap up Tom Cruise's real teeth when he was in, it wasn't Rugrats, but whatever movie started with an R, when he was like a children.
I don't know which movie you're referring
He
to,
was
but
little
we'll
children.
find out. We're gonna get into it.
Watch it. It's
But
going to be hilarious.
While we talk about that, since we're talking about our next round, we got 2 more rounds to go coming at you. And this next round, well, it's about to get lit because this next question, or next round, is about literature. That's right, this next round is literature because all these questions are going to be about famous best-selling authors, best-selling books, classic books, like all kinds of stuff. Whoever wins this round will be our littest librarian. So we're going to get into that round in about 6 minutes. I think our producer might throw up some Tom Cruise stuff going on over here too. But get set up for our next game starting in just 6 minutes.
Okay, what I have on screen here is from the 1983 movie The Outsiders. So Tom Cruise was like literally, dude, like a guy who was in a gang, like inner city, whatever. That is not Photoshop. That's like a real angle from the movie. Okay? And so then he repaired it, and then it turns into this middle tooth, which I'll put up in a minute.
Right? Yeah, so there's that line that goes right down the middle of Tom Cruise's face. And yeah, he's just got the one middle tooth. Hey, I don't want to make fun of the guy but too much, but yeah, Jim, Wally Pinkerton in the chat, Tom Mid-Tooth Cruise. Oh, and Monkey Headbangs joined in. I'm sailing, SRAIV. So, Jeff, let's go ahead and get that off of the screen. That way we can get ready for our next round. All right, there I am. I don't want to make fun of another dude's tooth problems because I got my own. So as we get ready for our next round,
I feel you, brother. I just want everybody to just understand that.
It's definitely
it's definitely there, and it's a thing.
It's definitely a thing. I feel like that's the best way to put it. It's definitely a thing. Also, my favorite Tom Cruise thing, he just makes you watch him run in every movie he's in. Like, it's like Tom Cruise figured out how to make running look cool, and then he just did it for his whole career. All right. We are 3 minutes away from our next round of trivia. We've got 2 more rounds, this round and then our final round, and then we're going to have an overall trivia champion, our trivia traveler. Now, this next round, it is all about literature, all kinds of classic literature, best-selling authors, a little bit of everything. So all kinds of questions about books coming your way. Steele, what we were talking about a little bit. What's your relationship with books? Are you a big reader? Do you like to read?
I'm actually not a big reader, but I was a lit major in college, so that's kind of on my CV, so to speak.
Yeah, that's very ironic. You're like, I'm not a big reader, but lit major, right? Like I think that now the advent of audiobooks has just made things so much better for all of us. They're like, I want to know how a story goes, but I don't want to look at all those words. Like it was a weird thing to be like, I love Stephen King, but also the man writes too many words down on the page. Like, it's such a weird place to be. So I love audiobooks, and I say any book that I've listened to, I've read, because how do you know that I haven't? Anyways, we are getting ready for our next round of trivia in just a minute and 50 seconds. Now, if you guys are watching, I just want to say again, thank you guys for watching, tuning in, playing some True with me. I know I'm always having a good time, and I hope you guys are as well. If you haven't got set up to play this next round, go ahead and scan that QR code. I see Jason in our chat letting us know, I've never read a book outside of school, LOL. And that's generally how I am too. Most of what I read was for school. Like, all of my best memories of reading are still from high school, which was like 15 years ago. No.
I cannot wait.
I'm starting to remember. It's like, no, that's actually closer to 20 years ago. But I'm a comic book reader, but these are a lot of our most famous and best-selling books, novels, literature, all kinds of stuff coming your way. So you're going to have a good chance to make some guesses, because as you make those guesses, you are going to have more time. Let me start that again. The faster you get your answers in, the more points you'll get. So the faster you get those answers in, the better it is for you, because you'll have a better shot of winning our overall round, or even just the round we're in. You do want to take a second to look at all those answers as they come up, because if you're not sure, you want to make your best guess, because it's always better to make a guess and try to get some points than not get one in. That being said, answer wisely, because if you get it wrong, you get no points.
That's right, Danny.
That's right.
Danny.
It seems pretty straightforward, but
It's a bold
sometimes
strategy for some people.
but sometimes you want to make sure you make that best guess, or if you already know the answer as I'm finished reading it, you want to make sure that you pick out the right one, because it's very easy to accidentally pick out the wrong answer. All right, scan that QR code. Our next round of trivia is coming your way in about 5 seconds, a little bit less than that. Here comes your very first question. This first question, it's lit because it's about literature. Here we go. Which of these books by best-selling children's author Dr. Seuss features the character Sam I Am? Is it Green Eggs and Ham, Horton Hears a Who, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, or The Cat in the Hat? So once again, which of these books by best-selling children's author Dr. Seuss features the character Sam I Am? Green Eggs and Ham, Horton Hears a Who, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, or The Cat in the Hat? Which one is it? All right, let's see the answers y'all chose. A lot of y'all, 10 answers for Green Eggs and Ham, with 1 for The Cat in the Hat. Your correct answer is Green Eggs and Ham. That's right. Sam I Am is the character that I believe is trying. Is Sam I Am the one who doesn't want to eat Green Eggs and Ham? Or is he the one who's trying to convince the character to eat Green Eggs and Ham? See, yeah, I remember. I just remember Sam I Am is in the story, and that's where I forgot. All right. Question number 2. What prolific crime novelist wrote the Alex Cross and Women's Murder Club series of books? Now, your answers available are Harlan Coben, James Patterson, Karen Slaughter, and Robert Ludlum. Once again, what prolific crime novelist wrote the Alex Cross and Women's Murder Club series of books? Harlan Coben, James Patterson, Karen Slaughter, or Robert Ludlum?
Hey, Danny, in honors of Mother's Day, my mom's been reading these books, so yeah.
So your mom has been reading the Women's Murder Club in honor. So very cool. I was thinking the way you phrase that, I'm like, she's reading the Women's Murder Club in honor of Mother's Day. No. Mentioning your mom. Shout out to moms. Yeah, mom is a big part of the reason why I watch trivia. I love trivia. I watched every episode of Jeopardy while I was having dinner. So that was kind of like where we had our dinner was in front of the TV watching Jeopardy. All right, question number. I didn't even get into those answers. Let's get into those answers. Now, we had 1 for Harlan Coben, we had 6 for James Patterson, 1 for Karen Slaughter, and 3 for Robert Ludlum. A good grouping. Our correct answer was James Patterson. Yes, James Patterson. I actually took classes in community college from a professor named James Patterson, and so his big thing was always telling people, yes, my name is James Patterson, not that one. Yeah, not that one. Shout out to you, James, if you happen to ever see this. All right, question number 3 coming at you. What 1939 award-winning novel by John Steinbeck focuses on the Joad family during the Great Depression? Answers are East of Eden, The Grapes of Wrath, The Red Pony, and Tortilla Flats. Once again, what 1939 award-winning novel by John Steinbeck focuses on the Joad family during the Great Depression? East of Eden, The Grapes of Wrath, The Red Pony, or Tortilla Flats? We got about 5 more seconds. All right, we got those answers in. Let's see what you put down for this one. We had 91% of our answers for The Grapes of Wrath, with 1 for The Red Pony. Your correct answer was Those Grapes of Wrath. Yeah, Jason mentioned he hadn't read a book outside of school. That was one of the last books I read in high school, The Grapes of Wrath. All right, question number 4 for you. Which of these Charles Dickens novels was first published as a monthly serial in 1859 in the literary magazine All the Year Round? So name the Charles Dickens ones that actually started as a monthly series. Was it A Tale of Two Cities, David Copperfield, Great Expectations, or Oliver Twist? So
I don't know.
which of these Charles Dickens novels was first published as a monthly serial in 1859 in the literary magazine All the Year Round? Was it A Tale of Two Cities, David Copperfield, Great Expectations, or Oliver Twist? All right, answers coming in. We got those answers in. Let's see what you submitted. We have a really big spread this time. 2 for A Tale of Two Cities, 1 for David Copperfield, 5 for Great Expectations, and 3 for Oliver Twist. Your correct answer was A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities. It was Best of Times. It was the blurst of times. A Tale of Two Cities.
The blurst of times. Get the fuck out of here, Danny.
I'm sorry. That's a Futurama reference. I couldn't help myself. All right. Here comes question number 5. That's also a Futurama thing. All right. Question number 5. Whose most well-known literary epic interweaves stories of 5 aristocratic Russian families during the Napoleonic Wars? So we're looking for an author for this question. Answers are Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Leo Tolstoy, and Vladimir Nabokov. Once again, whose most well-known literary epic interweaves stories of 5 aristocratic Russian families during the Napoleonic Wars? Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Leo Tolstoy, or Vladimir Nabokov? I want to point out real quick that I nailed saying all of these names, especially Alexander Solzhenitsyn. That's a hard name to say. Answers for this one were... We had 1 for Alexander, we had 2 for Dostoevsky, 7 for Tolstoy, and your correct answer, that is, of course, Leo Tolstoy. We're referring to War and Peace, I believe.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
That's right. Leo Tolstoy, the author of War and Peace, which is what we're talking about in that question. All right, we are going into our second half of the round, but before we do that, once we get through 5 questions, I always like to see how we're doing so far. All right, so our standing so far, Painter, yes, with 359 points in first place. Brian Painter with the Urinals at number 1. He's in first with 359. Just 9 points ahead. It's Steele sitting here front row. Yes, girl, playing with us with 350 points. In third, we have 335 for Rob, who's been killing it all night. So I have a good feeling he's going to have a good shot for our Trivia Traveler Award.
Killing me, Smalls.
With 335 in third. We got Real John. Who do we have that? Oh, Jenny. Hey, Jenny is in 5th place as we go through 5 questions for this round. So we do have a lot of people moving around the board and getting those points. Let's see how you do with 5 more questions about literature. All right, question number 6 is, which of these romance writers published more than 700 books between 1925 and 2000? Now, is it Barbara Cartland, Danielle Steele, Jackie Collins, or Nora Roberts? Once again, which of these romance writers published more than 700 books between 1925 and 2000? Barbara Cartland, Danielle Steele, Jackie Collins, or Nora Roberts? All right, 700 books. That is a lot of books. Let's see the answers y'all turned in. Now that is definitely our most even across the board we've ever had, with 3 answers just about each.
Spread ever.
Yeah.
That's a Beat Supreme spread.
That's a Beat Supreme spread.
Tuesday night rehabilitation.
All right, so we had basically a quad spread evenly across those answers. Let's see what the correct answer was. It's Barbara Cortland. Barbara Cortland, yes.
No way!
I definitely am more of a Danielle Steele guy. I think Danielle Steele is the one that I'm more familiar with. But Barbara Cortland was doing it before Danielle Steele with all of those books. All right, now your next question for this round. I got a question about manga. Which Japanese manga author introduced the best-selling Dragon Ball series in 1984? Answers include Akira Toriyama, Ichiro Oda, Gosha Ayoma, and Masashi Kishimoto. So once again, which Japanese manga author introduced the best-selling Dragon Ball series in 1984? Akira Toriyama, Ichiro Oda, Gosha Ayoma, or Masashi Kishimoto? Tell me which one it was. You got less than 5. All right, let's see our answers turned in for this one. We had 73% of our answers for Akira Toriyama, with 3% for Masakashi. I cannot read it from here. Your correct answer was...
I don't know.
There it is. Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama. Shout out to Akira Toriyama. One of the most legendary creators of anything ever. Recently passed away, but is also the grandfather and father of Dragon Ball and that whole series. So shout out to Toriyama. All right. Question number 8 coming your way. What sport is featured in Ernest Hemingway's nonfiction, Death in the Afternoon, as well as his debut novel, The Sun Also Rises? So for this one, where you're looking for a sport, is it boxing, bullfighting, fishing, or football? So once again, what sport is featured in Ernest Hemingway's nonfiction, Death in the Afternoon, as well as his debut novel, The Sun Also Rises?
Bob. Is Bob the answer? Bob?
Is Bob a sport? I don't think Bob's a sport. Bobbing for apples, maybe.
Oh, sorry.
Let's
I
see.
press the button.
There we go.
It goes like that, and it's supposed to answer something. Am I in the wrong game? Am I in the wrong studio?
You might be in the wrong game. Let's see what we got for answers.
Studio. Oh my gosh.
We had 1 for boxing, 7 for bullfighting, 1 for fishing, and 2 for football. Your sport, the one we're looking for, is bullfighting. Bullfighting was your correct answer. Yeah, Ernest Hemingway, a very interesting dude. Now we have 2 more questions to go for our literature It's Lit round. Question number 9 is coming your way next. For this one, we're looking for an author. What American science fiction author's works are the basis for the films Blade Runner, Total Recall, and Minority Report? Answers are Ray Bradbury, Robert Heinlein, Philip K. Dick, and Paul Anderson. Once again, what American science fiction author's works are the basis for the films Blade Runner, Total Recall, and Minority Report? Ray Bradbury, Robert Heinlein, Philip K. Dick, or Paul Anderson? You've got
totally
5
one of my favorite
seconds.
writers for sure.
Oh, this is, yeah, some of the most fantastic novels ever written. I love sci-fi. Answers turned in include, we got a good representation there with 3 for Ray Bradbury, 1 for Heinlein, and 7 for Philip K. Dick. Your correct answer was Dick. That's right. I had to make the right answer. Dick. Philip K. Dick is your correct answer. Yeah. I'm going to do that anytime I get a chance to. If I can make the answer kind of funny, probably will. All right. We have your 10th and final question for our literature round coming your way. Same as our other 4 rounds. I'm going to read it. Then we're going to declare our winner for the round after we go through those answers. Our winner for this round will be the Littest Librarian. All right, last question coming your way for question number 10. What Slaughterhouse-5 author wrote himself into his novels and also appeared as himself in the 1986 film Back to School? Answers available for you are Philip Roth, John Updike, Truman Capote, and Kurt Vonnegut Jr. So once again, what Slaughterhouse-5 author wrote himself into his novels and also appeared as himself in the 1986 film Back to School? Was it Philip Roth, John Updike, Truman Capote, and Kurt Vonnegut Jr.? Those are your answers. You have just a few moments to get those answers in. All right, we have your answers in. Let's see what you put down. We had 1 for Roth, 2 for Updike, and 7 for Kurt Vonnegut. Your correct answer was Kurt Vonnegut Jr. That's right, Kurt Vonnegut Jr. is the author that we were looking for. Now, that was your final question, so now we're going to declare our top 3 for round number 5. And we're going to have one more round after this. Now one's going to be a little bit of something very much in my wheelhouse, so we'll get into that in just a second. But here come our top 3 for round number 5. All right, in third place is Martin. Martin with his, I think, second time in our top 3. Way to go, Martin. In second with 671, yes, girls, steal on the couch in front of me. And Rob with his third pickup of the night, 759 points.
You're so money and you don't
He
even
is
know it.
so money. Rob is killing it tonight. He's our Littest Librarian. He's our person who's just the most random. And I think I already forgot you got our third round, which I think was our anatomy. That's right, our student of bodies round. So way to go, Rob, with 759 points.
Danny, that's got to be one of the toughest rounds I have seen across the board. That was
the literature round.
Just right. I mean, literature's always tough, but like
it's
this
you know what, it's always tough, but I do think actually
no, it was a good tough.
Right, good tough. That's exactly my thing, right? So like I am a student of the world of life, right? My whole mentality is we're never done learning, right? And so I think my favorite thing about this round is even though that's tough, you can see in the points, right? We actually had a lot of good points where people are making their really best educated guesses. Yep. And so even if you didn't know it because you knew it, you kind of figured it out because you're like, I know these authors, I know these works, and I'm going to learn something as we play through this round. So way to go, y'all, if you guys got points.
For everybody across the board, those who are playing, and also Danny, for coming up with these are great.
You would say, Wally, so...
Missed the cue.
I got
it. You missed the cue.
No, it's good. You're good, man. I gotta point out, Steele. I got somebody in the YouTube comments. They're saying I would hope the guy with the English degree would win that round. So I don't know if Jim is referring to you because you said you were a lit major, right?
Correction, my degree was actually in Russian and German literature, so there's my out.
Oh, that's your out. Well, you got the Tolstoy one, right? Absolutely. Okay, so Steele got the Tolstoy one. I'm not sure. I would say I don't know, Rob, if you have a degree, what that's in, but be sure to let me know. Oh, Rob has an English degree. So thank you, Rob, for playing that round and crushing everybody else. Way to go. We had the lit degree versus the English and Russian. Or sorry, was the Russian and one more time? And German.
Russian and German, yeah.
Very good. So yeah, it was just you were in the wrong language. You would have done better.
Rob, I appreciate the competition, but a horrible stomach ailment would not be a bad thing right now.
Yeah, if Rob all of a sudden it was really difficult for him to play this next round, it would really work out for Steele. Well, who knows? Because maybe this might not be Rob's round. We'll see how this is going. But shout out to anyone who made it in our top 3 or anybody who just got points that round because it was a tough round. So we have one more round to go, and then we'll declare our Trivia Traveler. We're also going to have one more title to go because whoever wins this next round will have our last title of the night that's not Trivia Traveler. So let's get into it. We're going to take a little break after I announce what our next round will be. And this next one I mentioned, this one's very much in my wheelhouse. It's going to be a little bit of a pop culture one. For this one, we're talking, are you not sports entertained? Because
I don't know.
This round is all about professional wrestlers in the movies. That's right. It's all about professional wrestlers who have made that transition to appearing in film and television. So that round's going to start in just about 6 minutes. I'm going to start our countdown, and then we'll have our last round for the game. It's Are You Not Sports Entertained? All about professional wrestlers appearing in film and television, starting in about 6 minutes.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I don't know.
You're so money and you don't even know.
I don't know.
No way!
getting ready for our final round of the game. Just shout outs to everybody who's been watching us on our site. Wally, Jim, thank you for playing. Yeah. Babs, of course. And Brian, Painter, and Rob hanging out in our YouTube chat. Thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for just anybody who's watching. Everyone's having a good time. And as you guys know, we are here every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock with more Trivia Tavern coming your way. So if you got nothing to do on Tuesday nights, come watch us, play us. If you do have something to do, just like the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Then you can always listen back to the episodes and just play along on your phone, kind of playing as we go through the game, seeing if you know those right answers. Now we have one round left to go. This final round is called Are You Not Sports Entertained? Because this one's a little bit of pop culture. A bunch of professional wrestlers who have turned actors or playing in that field, playing in slightly different arenas. Now, if you haven't got set up, if you don't know how to do this yet, the big thing is to scan that QR code. Scan that QR code, go into the room, come with your name, and that way you can get those answers in. The fastest answers will mean more points. The more points you have at the end of the round will mean that you will be in contention to be our winner for the round, and maybe also in contention for our Trivia Traveler of the night, the person with the most points at the end of all 6 rounds. Now, one of my favorite things about professional wrestling is a lot of people have catchphrases. One of my all-time favorite things that Macho Man Randy Savage is known for is being the cream of the crop. So whoever wins this round will be the cream of the crop, the best of the best, the winner of our final round of trivia. And again, these last 10 questions are all going to be about professional wrestlers who have made that transition to Hollywood. I call it, Are You Not Sports Entertained? All right, we have about 1 more minute to go before this round kicks off. If you haven't already, this is a great time to smash that like button, hit subscribe, make sure you're set up on YouTube by liking us and subscribing to us, because that means a whole lot for me. That really helps us out. Additionally, if you're on Twitch and watching us there, make sure you're following, so that way you never miss an episode of the Trivia Tavern.
Let's go already!
That's right, that's just 1 minute away. Jeff, how do you feel? Are you excited for this round? Are you a professional wrestling guy?
Listen, man, I am not, but Mitch Dodge, I'm going to text him right now, make sure he's tuned in. He was just here. He went and got my bobble for me for the game tonight.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I'm going to make sure that he knows that next round is all Are You Not Gladiator and WrestleMania and whatever entertained.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of sports entertainment. I in my head, I think of it like medieval times, right? I know that it's scripted. I know that somebody already decided who's going to win, but I want to show up and root for my knight like crazy because that's the part of the fun, right? So, what's that? Is that why we always have NBA questions? Something kind of like that. I love sports, so let's get into it. This is our first question of our sports entertainment wrestlers turn actor round. Now, this is going to start with my favorite performances. In what beloved fantasy comedy film does Andre the Giant play a sweet-natured strongman named Fezzig? Now, answers available for you are Willow, The Never-Ending Story, Labyrinth, and The Princess Bride. I think a Nana
somebody fat fingered
it.
In the studio.
Got the answer in too fast. You always want to make sure you take a second to look at those answers. In what beloved fantasy comedy film does Andre the Giant play a sweet-natured strongman named Fezzig? Willow, The Never-Ending Story, Labyrinth, or The Princess Bride? Ready for the WrestleMania questions.
Sound,
Dodge is in the chat. I'm not sure if we're going to have WrestleMania, but we'll have wrestler-related questions. Now, let's see the answers y'all submitted. Answers turned in. We had 2 for The Never-Ending Story with 9 for The Princess Bride. Answer your correct answer. Would anybody like a peanut? It's The Princess Bride. The Princess Bride. Fezzid, are there rocks ahead? If there are, we'll all be dead. Thank you for Wally for getting that in. Any of my favorite quotes are probably from The Princess Bride. All right, here comes your next question, and it goes like this. Which of these Guardians of the Galaxy is Drax the Destroyer, played by 6-time WWE champion Dave Bautista? Answers available are those pictures. I can't really give it to you any better than that. One of them, their head is a little bit chopped off. I did not realize it was going to show up that way.
I don't
But
know.
you might, if you know who Drax is, you will be able to identify them by one of those pictures. So which of these Guardians of the Galaxy is Drax the Destroyer, played by 6-time WWE champion Dave Batista? Is it the blue guy, the tree guy, the raccoon guy, or the buff guy? I'll give you 2 more seconds. And your answer is, our answers turned in were, yeah, we had 82% of our answers for the bottom right corner, with 1 for our blue guy and 1 for Groot. Your correct answer is our shirtless buff guy in the bottom right corner. That is Drax Destroyer. We had to cut off the head a little bit to make sure you couldn't just see Batista's face in there, but it's okay. You were able to identify Drax Destroyer either way. All right, your next question. What friendly superhero does John Cena, I had to do the whole thing, play in the DC universe of films? Now, answers available for this one are Peacemaker, Peacekeeper, Peacefinder, or Peacebreaker. So once again, what friendly superhero does John Cena play in the DC universe of films? Peacemaker, Peacekeeper, Peacefinder, or Peacebreaker? Tell me which one it is. You
I
can't
don't
see
know.
me, but you might be able to see the answer in the next 5 seconds. All right, your correct answers are answers turned in. We had 45% for Peacemaker, 45% for Peacekeeper, and 1 for Peacemaker. Your correct answer, it is a show on HBO Max. It's Peacemaker. Peacemaker is your correct answer. Now, I did see Mitch Dodge. Thank you for hanging out in our chat and letting us know. He mentioned the whole "you can't see me" thing. If you guys don't know John Cena, this is his like signature thing. You can't see me. I just got to say real quick, my favorite memory. I got to go to WrestleMania last year, and I met a dude who was from England who was sitting in front of me, and his kid brought him. So we had no idea what was happening. And my favorite thing, kind of like that whole medieval times thing, is John Cena comes up for his match, and he does his whole "you can't see me" thing. And 80,000 people in the crowd all at the same time put their hand in front of their face. They go, "You can't see me." And this man looks around like, where am I? Did I join a cult? And everybody knows the same. It's like when you go to church and everybody knows how to do all the hand things and you don't know how to do it. That's exactly what this dude was experiencing, except it was WrestleMania. So I had to let somebody know that story. All right, here comes question number 4. Which of these lens items allows Roddy Piper to see who is and who is not an alien in John Carpenter's They Live? Is it a television, binoculars, camera, or sunglasses?
Just talking about
Once again, which of these lens items allows Roddy Piper to see who is and who's not an alien in John Carpenter's They Live? Television, binoculars, camera, or sunglasses?
Danny,
Yes, sir.
Like read my mind or whatever?
Oh, no, it was funny. I was walking by when you guys were talking about it. I'm like, oh, they don't know this is going to be in the question, so let's find out.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go.
Wow.
Now we had 3 answers for binoculars with 8 answers for sunglasses. And Jim letting us know this also has one of the best fights in movie history. Your correct answer
Also parodied on
was
South Park.
the sunglasses. Sunglasses. That's right. It is those sunglasses. Obey. All right. Now we have one more question before we get into that mid-round breakdown. We'll have one more question, then we'll see what our standings are through 5 questions. Question number 5. What character does professional wrestling icon Hulk Hogan play in 1982's Rocky 3? So what's the character that he plays in Rocky 3? Answers available are Clubber Lang, Thunder Lips, Homewrecker, and Sweet Sugar Bolea. So once again, what character
of a Chinese man?
what character does professional wrestling icon Hulk Hogan play in 1982's Rocky 3? Clubber Lang, Thunder Lips, Homewrecker, or Sweet Sugar Bolea?
It's the fine hair of a Chinese man. It's very fine.
I don't know what you're referencing over there. Answers available for you are, we had 1 for Clubber Lang, we had 6 answers for Thunder Lips, 3 for Homewrecker, and 1 for Sweet Sugar Bolea. Your correct answer was Thunder Lips. That's right, playing Thunder Lips in the opening. Clubber Lang is actually Mr. T's character from Rocky 3, and Sweet Sugar Bolea, well, Terry Bolea is Hulk Hogan's real name, so that's where that one comes from. All right. Now, we have 5 questions through. Let's see how we're doing. Also, I really appreciate Mitch in the chat. I'm not sure if he's actually getting answers in.
Yeah,
but
I
he's
just
definitely
talked to
been.
him, dude. Hey, Mitch.
He's
dude,
fine.
I texted you. Hey, it's great, but can't you just play?
No, it's okay. It's his first time joining in. He just jumped into the round, so it's okay. But yeah, he's definitely
he's super. He's actually like literally the #1 WrestleMania fan I've ever known ever.
He and I are gonna have to have a trivia throwdown then. We'll see what
dude.
happens.
You'll
but
lose.
so
You'll lose.
let's see what our standings are for our first 5 questions. We've got MGM with 336 points in 5th place. Just 1 point behind them though, with 335. It's Steele on the couch. With 362 points, Jeff Turbo in 4th place. 385. Yeah, for Brian in 3rd place. Wally with 436 in 2nd, and Ian at the top of the scoreboard for our first time tonight is in our first place spot, 455 points. Now I'm just catching up with the chat. It's okay, Mitch. Yeah, you're just finding out. He thought that typing in the chat was playing.
Was the play.
It's
cool.
okay. It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry, Mitch.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Also, I just called him out as an asshole. He's not an asshole. He's just.
No, he's great, and I appreciate anybody who's watching. But so yeah, Mitch, if you're having a good time, you like these
This whole
questions.
place is full of assholes.
Right,
Am I surrounded by
I knew
assholes?
it. I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. That's right. Boo words. No, it's okay. But so yeah, so now you know if you're having a good time, I'll throw more wrestling questions as I love them. We'll have more questions coming your way, and you can join us for every game of Trivia Tavern. All right, 5 more questions before we close out this round. Let's get into question number 6. What fictional wrestler does wrestling legend Macho Man Randy Savage portray in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man? Now, is he the Grinder, the Grizzly, Bonesaw, or Lethal Larry? Once again, what fictional wrestler does wrestling legend Macho Man Randy Savage portray in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man? The Grinder, Grizzly, Bonesaw, or Lethal Larry? And then I appreciate Jim with our other Spaceballs quote in the chat. All right, let's see our answers for that round. All right, we had a good group. We had 27% for the Grinder with 73% for Bonesaw. Your correct answer, his name is Bonesaw, and he's got you for 3 minutes of playtime. That's right, Bonesaw from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. All right, question number 7 coming your way. In which installment in the Expendables franchise does former UFC and WWE star Ronda Rousey make her feature film debut? So tell me which one of the Expendables. Now here's the cool thing. There's only 4 of them, so your answers are the Expendables, the Expendables 2, the Expendables 3, or the Expendaforbles, because they put the 4 in the middle of the word right there. Once again, in which installment in the Expendables franchise does former UFC and WWE star Ronda Rousey make her feature film debut? Was it the Expendables 2, the Expendables 3, or the Expendaforbles? Your answers are almost due with just another second. All right, let's see what you submitted. Now we had most of our answers for Expendables 3 with 2 and 4 getting some representation there too. Your correct answer was the Expendables 3. That's right, the third one in the series is the one that featured Ronda Rousey. All right, we have 3 more questions to go. Question number 8. What does Jesse Ventura's combat specialist not have time to do in the 1980s action classic Predator? So which of these things does he not have time to do? Answers are die, think, bleed, or run. So once again, what does Jesse Ventura's combat specialist not have time to do in the 1980s action classic Predator? We got die, think, bleed, or run. Tell me which one he does not have time to do. Oh, I don't know why, but that question broke our producer. Let's see what we got for our answers. Answers turned in. We had 100% of our answers with bleed. That's correct. I ain't got time to bleed. Your correct answer was bleed. Jesse Ventura has no time to bleed in Predator. And your 9th question is coming your way next.
Governor.
That's right, Governor. Also, I think never mind. It's a very dumb reference. I was like, it's like invented dubstep too, just because in my head it's funny to think of Jesse Ventura being like wibbity 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 wob wob wob. Yeah, Jesse Ventura, endless punchline. All right, clue number 9 coming your way. What is the ring name of professional wrestler Dalip Singh Rana, known for his roles in Get Smart and Longest Yard? If you see that picture, that is the person in question. So what is their name that they wrestled under? Is it Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, the Iron Sheik, or the Crown Jewel? Once again, what is the ring name of professional wrestler Dalip Singh Rana, known for his roles in Get Smart and The Longest Yard? Is it Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, the Iron Sheik, or the Crown Jewel? About 5 more seconds. All right. If you can identify that one, you might have got those points. Let's see what you put down. We had 5 for the Great Khali and 5 for the Iron Sheik, with 1 for each of our other answers.
No way!
Mitch, letting you know, you ain't a wrestling fan if you don't know this one. That is the Great Khali. The Great Khali. That man stands over 7 foot tall, so it makes sense why they call him the Great Khali. That is a very, very large man.
Not to be confused with Kali Ma from
Temple of Doom, right?
Temple of
That's
Doom.
right.
That's right. Yeah.
See, I know trivia. That's one of those things I do know
Danny,
my
you're
fair
right
bit.
on the spot. You're Danny on the spot. You know.
I would say, give me a question. I'll do my best. All right. Now we got 1 question left. This will be our last question. And after we read this question, we'll identify our cream of the crop, our winner of our wrestling round. We're also going to have our standings for 6 rounds of trivia and declare our overall winner, our Trivia Traveler. All right. Now let's get into our last question. And then Jim also with the Indiana Jones reference in the chat. Indy, cover your heart. All right. Here we go. We've got question number 10, and this is your last question of not just this round, but also the game. Let's get into it. There we go. What was the WWE ring name of wrestler Mercedes Varnado, who plays Koska Reeves in Star Wars series The Mandalorian? So yeah, so the name of their actual name is Mercedes Varnado. What did they wrestle under the name as? They also appeared in The Mandalorian. Answers available are Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Nikki Bella. Once again, what was the WWE ring name of wrestler Mercedes Varnado, who plays Koska Reeves in the Star Wars series The Mandalorian? Was it Sasha Banks,
Lynch is misspelled.
Becky Lynch, Asuka,
Dench,
or Nikki Bella? Which one of them is the name for Mercedes Varnado's ring name? Now let's see what y'all put down. All right, we had a good split. 5 answers for Sasha Banks and Nikki Bella, with 1 each for Becky Lynch and Asuka. Your correct answer. Mitch is saying again, if you don't know this one, you don't know wrestling. I know this one because that is the boss, Sasha Banks. That's right. Sasha Banks was your correct answer. Now wrestling under the name... Oh, what is her name? Oh, yeah. She now wrestles for another company. Goes by the name of Mercedes Monet. Kind of like money. And she goes by the name CEO, but she used to be also the boss, Sasha Banks. All right, teams. Now, Becky Lynch is a fake champ for real. Long live Rhea Ripley. I believe you mean Mommy, Mitch. We all call her Mommy. All right. Mitch and I are having a private conversation. Either way, let's get into this because we could talk a lot about this wrestling stuff. All right, let's see our standings at the end of this round for our cream of the crop. Now, this will be our 3rd place finisher for the round. In 3rd with 708 points, it's Ian. Ian with 708 points. He was in first in that halfway breakdown. In 2nd, 724 points for Brian Painter. In 2nd with 724. And Jim Wally Pinkerton with 791 points. Way to go, Jim. Now, those are our standings through that round. Sir Richard Ansierler with 597. Turbo with 544. Real John with over 500. So, yeah, we had a lot of great answers for that round. Fun fact, Jim saying, fun fact, I don't like wrestling, but I like wrestling podcasts. You know what's funny about that, Jim? I'm kind of similar. It's like there's so much wrestling out there. I will listen to a podcast, catch up on stuff, and be like, oh, that's the match I need to go watch, and then go watch it after I listen to a bunch of dorks talk about it. So I feel you there. Either way, let's get into it. So those are our standings for our round 6 answers. So Jim, Wally Pinkerton, you are the cream of the crop. That's what I'm going to call you the next time I see you. But now it's time to declare our top 3. So let's see our overall standings. These are for the whole night. All of your points across the 6th round of trivia. In third, Yes Girl. Yeah, 3,196 points.
Oh, wow.
In second with 3,392 points, it's John. And we knew this. It was going to be Rob with 4,304 points in every round and
Personally,
winner
I
of
think we got
3
hold on that
rounds. Way to go, Rob. Sir Richard Answer Yeller the 4th with 4,304 points.
I love Mitch Dodge coming at the bottom with four submissions. Let's just wait 1 second. Here you go.
In fairness, he didn't know exactly how to get into the game at the beginning.
Yes, look at that. If you add it all up, he wins.
Yeah,
You
right?
know?
Yeah, if you add it all up. Yeah, and then also just in general, so I want to say that the top of this card right here, right? 2 of those guys play with me on my Monday Night Trivia. They're both on Go See Cal, so Go See Cal really representing tonight with 1st and 2nd place. So way to go to both of you guys. Yes, girl, way to go, Steel. Steel, what'd you think of the game tonight? Did you have a good time? Yeah, very cool. And then and if you want to answer on the mic, do you want to let us know how you felt about the literature round?
The lit round was our saving grace, I think.
That was what got you there. I think you did really well across the restaurant round. We all had a lot of good spaces in that round. So
I think that's how we win.
Yeah, right. It's a little bit of getting those points across all of them that really makes up to. And today, Richard, Rob, just killing it with 3 different rounds where he took that first place prize.
You guys too.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff, for producing as always. Thank you for taking care of things.
No, you.
No,
Danny.
you.
No,
Yay, Danny.
You. No, you. Oh, we need.
Thank you.
Oh, the crowd is wild. Danny, thank you so much. We can't do it without you. Otherwise, it's just a green screen with nobody looking at it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Rob, chiming in and letting us know. Thanks to you. He's saying he knew more than he thought. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, and thank you for letting me know. Hey, if you guys did have a good time, you guys are enjoying playing the Trivia Tavern, you guys know. Yeah,
like,
definitely
follow, like, subscribe, share.
Hit all those buttons. Let your friends know. We are now, figuring out, like, a lot of times people like to get together and actually watch it all from the same stream and compete in their own spaces, so definitely do that. Tell your friends, host a night. Just be like, hey, we're going to play trivia, but at my house, I know a dude who does this. It's totally free. Get on board. If you guys can let people know, like, subscribe, share, comment, all the things, make sure you're doing those because that helps us out tremendously. And I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Rob, you are the Trivia Traveler. Congratulations once again. Congratulations to all our winners. Steel, anybody else who took home a round. I appreciate y'all, Painter. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. That's going to be it for us tonight. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you next week. Yeah, next week, 7 o'clock here at the Trivia Tavern. Until then, my friends.
Yeah, that's right. All rights reserved, blah, 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 blah. This space sponsorship for Danny's Wardrobe is provided by his restaurant. This is Spanish restaurant. Thank you for joining us. This is every Sunday night. This is Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Thursday night, but really Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Specific time. Thank you guys for joining us again. Once again, this is brought to you by Mark Gibson Productions, etc., etc. Here we go. Here we are. And thank you so much. Thank you very much.